Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and this is your driver ratings and team ratings to the British Grand Prix. Max Verstappen wins ahead of Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton. All drivers and teams covered as I rate them out of 10 for their performances over the weekend. I am recording this on race day. I will bring it out usual time, 6 p.m. on Monday. So right, let's get started. Let's start off with, well, I guess there's only one team to start off with. Really isn't there? Red Bull. Max Verstappen, 10. Absolute 10. Usual story. P1 in qualifying, P1 in a race. Just nothing more to add, really, is there? Just sensational, honestly. Sergio Perez, 0. Absolutely 0. I mean, it's got to be 0. I know he recovered and finished P6, but to get knocked out in Q1 yet again is nowhere near good enough. It is totally unacceptable by the Mexican. He needs putting out his misery, honestly. He is not good enough to be in that Red Bull the way he's been performing recently. Checo, I'm sorry, it's all over for him. Ferrari, oh my god, my team Ferrari, eh? Oh, let's get on to their ratings. Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, 3. Yeah, I mean, Ferrari, they started P4, P5, but then in the race, it just absolutely dropped off. And for us to get beaten by Williams is totally unacceptable, honestly. Yeah, so I'm sorry, 3 for both Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Shocking. McLaren, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, 10 for the both of them. Absolute 10. I mean, for McLaren to qualify P2 and P3, absolutely fantastic. Lando Norris, P3, P2 in qualifying, P2 in the race. Oscar Piastri, P3 in qualifying and P4 in the race. So unfortunate to miss out on the podium, but he got shafted by the safety car, did Oscar Piastri. So, yeah, that's real unlucky for the Australian. But Lando Norris on the podium, absolutely fantastic. And I really hope my second team can carry this on a regular basis. Honestly, absolutely amazing. Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, 6. Yes, I give both the Mercedes drivers 6. They just did not have the pace this weekend. And my driver, Lewis Hamilton, was very, very lucky to get on the podium. But he made up the perfect strategy and took full advantage of the full safety car. That's how he got on the podium. So fair play to my driver. But the male model, George Russell, was doing much better than my driver most of the race. And he was so unhappy he got shafted by the safety car. Honestly, not happy at all, the male model, George Russell. Yeah, so Mercedes, they started the race P6 and P7. I mean, that's poor for them. Very poor. So, yeah, shocking by Mercedes. But my driver still got a podium, so happy days, honestly. Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon, 5. I mean, both of the Alpines retired. I mean, just Ocon retired earlier on in the race, and Gasly retired due to puncture or suspension damage. But yeah, weekend to forget from the Alpine team, it really was. Nick de Vries and 1-1 Yuki Tsunoda, 0. Absolutely 0 for the both of them. That AlphaTauri just has absolutely no pace whatsoever. Honestly, shocking by the AlphaTauri. Worst car on the grid, and AlphaTauri are last in the constructors. I mean, what a different contrast for the two Red Bull teams. One Red Bull team is absolutely running away miles ahead, and the other one is literally the worst team on the grid. It's just It's unbelievable, it really is. Aston Martin, Fernando Alonso, and Lance Stroll, 5. Shocking. Aston Martin absolutely nowhere this weekend. They just could not get their car to work at Silverstone at all. Honestly, just wow, unbelievable. Fernando Alonso, he started P9 and I believe he finished P9. And Lance Stroll, he finished outside of the points as well. Yeah, awful by Aston Martin. Valtteri Bottas and Guan Yu Zhou too. I mean, Alfa Romeo just their pace is terrible, honestly. So, I mean, Guan Yu Zhou, like I said, he is the hardest driver to mark in driver ratings, and Valtteri Bottas, he pulled over in qualifying because he didn't have enough fuel and he got disqualified. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, that Alfa Romeo is just absolutely not good enough at all this season. They're good last season, but this season, nowhere near good enough. Kevin Magnussen, 0, absolutely 0. I mean, it's a weekend for him to forget, isn't it? He had a mechanical issue in qualifying and a mechanical issue in the race. He started P19, then an engine failure in the race, brought out the full safety car. Yeah, just a shocking weekend by K-Mag. Honestly, awful. Nico Hulkenberg, 2. Yeah, nowhere. Haas pace, terrible. Struggled in qualifying, Nico Hulkenberg, and really struggled in the race. It's shocking by Haas. Really is. Williams, Alex Albon, 10. Absolute 10. I mean, you have to give Alex Albon a 10. I mean, he was so good in practice. I mean, he's in the top 3 in every FP session, FP1, FP2, FP3, qualified at P8 and beat one of my favourite team's cars, Ferrari. That move he did on Carlos Sainz, my goodness me, unbelievable. Congratulations to my third favourite beating my favourite, honestly. Well done to Alex Albon. Logan Sargent, 7. Yes, I gave Logan Sargent a 7. P14 in qualifying, P11 in the race. Very close to some points. He looks very strong in these last couple races, Logan Sargent. I mean, I don't know if it's just track Pacific or whatever, but yeah, no, Williams the last couple races has looked really decent, and maybe this could be the start of the turning points for Logan Sargent. Fingers crossed, let's hope so, but I still think he's a bit out of his depth. But more performances like that, we'll wait and see. Team ratings. Red Bull, 7. I'm marking them down there a bit because how poor Checo was again. It's just Max is dominating, but Checo is very poor, so that's why you have to mark Red Bull down in team ratings. Ferrari, 0, absolutely 0. I mean, what on earth was that by my team? Seriously. Yeah, shocking. I mean, this plan A, plan B, plan C is like, no one has a fucking clue what they're doing in my team. Honestly, it's just like, the drivers don't understand the McLaren sites. It's like, you gotta feel sorry for them because what the fuck am my team talking about on the radio? Seriously. McLaren, 10. Yes, I give McLaren a 10. Superb. Absolutely fantastic. My second team this weekend. Outstanding. Mercedes, 6. I mean, really struggled most of the race. And then my driver, Lewis Hamilton, got a very lucky podium. He really did. Alpine, 5. I mean, a double DNF. It's shocking. I mean, most of the race they are doing okay, but yeah, double DNF, that's not good for Alpine. That really isn't. AlphaTauri, 0. Absolutely 0. Just, wow, that car is an absolute dump. Put it in the skip, honestly. I feel so sorry for 1-for-1, honestly. Yuki Tsunoda, he's doing everything he can, but that car is just an absolute pile of trash. Honestly, Aston Martin 5, like I said, nowhere this weekend. Alfa Romeo 5, batting average. Haas 0, wow, shocking, honestly. Williams 8, yes, I give Williams an 8. Alex Albon outstanding, another strong performance by Logan Sargent. I thought Logan Sargent probably could have done better in qualifying, but fair play, he did well in the race, so you gotta praise him up, haven't you, and give him credit. Fastest lap, Max Verstappen, 1 minute 30.275. Star in the race, Lando Norris. Worst driver in the weekend, Kevin Magnussen. Team of the weekend by a country mile, McLaren. And worst team of the weekend, wow, what a difference to last week. I gave them best team of the weekend last weekend, and this week I am giving them worst team of the weekend, my team, Scuderia Ferrari. I mean, it was a toss-up between Ferrari, Haas and AlphaTauri, but I'm giving it to my team because I am absolutely fuming we got beat by a Williams. I mean, it is just not acceptable. Williams are my third favourite team, but for my favourite to be beaten by Williams, it's just nowhere near good enough. Shocking by my team, honestly. Absolutely dreadful. So that's the driver ratings done, team ratings done for the British Grand Prix. We now have a week's break before we go to Hungary next in Budapest. Quite enjoying that circuit. Comment your thoughts down below, I will always reply. And yeah, the British crowd were absolutely amazing as always. Well done to Silverstone, and well done to Lando Norris. I mean, I am a huge fan of Lando Norris, and so is my subscriber, F1 Fan Gamer. Absolutely fantastic for Lando. So happy for him. Get in there, Lando, lad. Bye-bye.